Hi guys, I'm Vero, and today's video is about some mysterious art supplies that Candy kindly sent to me. Once again, thank you so much Candy. She has a shop on Aliexpress where she sells a lot of very cool art supplies, and all the links of everything are in the description box below this video. I didn't know what was in the package, so it was very exciting to open. The first thing that is in the box is a little set of watercolor paper in a slick tin box. It's very cool. And the second thing is a wooden box that's, wow, full of watercolors. Now, I never heard of these brands before. Both the paper and the watercolors are from Chinese brands, so I never heard of them. The paper is by, bear with me, BAOHONG. I'm so sorry. And the watercolors are by Ningbo Superior Art. And it was written very small font on the side of the pan. I used a magnifying lens to read it and I felt very old. Anyway, the paper is so fancy in that box. It's watercolor paper that's made out of 100% cotton, 300 GSM, 10 per 15 centimeters. It's basically postcard format. By the way guys, I was thinking of selling in my shop sets of postcard size prints in this specific size. Is it too small? Like, the price would be lower. Like, let me know if it's a good idea, if you would be interested in them. About the paper, I was very fascinated by the Chinese text written on the fancy piece of tissue paper. Like, in all red, it looked very cool. If you know what that means, please tell me. The texture of the paper is very beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Irish cold press paper. Even like how it feels in the ends, like it reminds me of Irish. It feels really good quality. But when I was looking through all the papers that were inside of the tin box, I found that there are two sheets of paper that are different from the other ones. One side is completely smooth and the other one has some textures. And on the smooth side, they both had a stripe of paper on the back. And I was a bit confused. So I checked the tin box again and I tried to translate the Chinese in the back of the box, and Google told me that it said something like 16 pages thick plus 2 rough plus 2 fine lines. Whatever that means. I didn't find rough paper, or maybe they didn't look so noticeably more rougher than the other paper, so I couldn't see the difference. I don't know. Let's move on to the paints. This is a set of 48 watercolors. This brand also makes smaller sets, and the paints are also available in full pan sets. I was trying to look for more information about this brand, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything yet. If I found out more about a brand and these watercolors, I will write all of my discoveries in the description box below this video, so check it, just in case there's more. Before unwrapping all of the pans, I changed their order because it looked quite random, so yeah, I changed it. The pans were wrapped in a sticker-like label, and the color of the labels were pretty different from the actual color of the paint itself, but whatever. On the label, there was no information about pigments. There was only a number and some asterisks on the front, and the name of the color was written on the side. I would assume that the asterisks indicate the light fast of the paint, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm doing light fast tests on the roof of my house, and I will put the results out soon. So far though, it looks like they're doing quite well compared to other brands that are doing very badly. Anyway, the plastic pans have also an unusual shape. One side is elongated, and I think that it serves as a grip to remove the pens more easily from the box. It's a very neat thing. The selection of colors is just fine. There are a few colors that look pretty similar, and the earth tones are not the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in this world, but to make them more intense, I mix them with other colors and it's fine. I think that the colors are nice and saturated, they layer well, they mix pretty well, but they feel like student grade watercolors. They don't feel, very smooth and excellent like some other brands that I've reviewed before or that I use on a daily basis, they really remind me of the Cotman range watercolors by Winsor & Newton. Even the flow, it's the same. Some colors flow better than other, but overall they don't do it much, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It depends on what you want to do with watercolors. I feel like some of these colors are a bit chalky though, and the paints don't wet very easily. So because of that, I sprayed some water all over the watercolors, to let them soak in all of the moist. And at the point, I found out one thing about the wooden box that weirded me out, like the metal things that all the watercolor paints are glued on cardboard, and the cardboard then is glued on the wood. And I really don't know why they did that, because cardboard will get wet with time and it will get ruined, it will fall apart. So why they did that? Maybe there is an important specific reason behind that I don't know, but I don't really like that. But now let's move on to the fun part. Let's paint something. Since I wanted to try the BAOHONG paper, I used that. I ended up making 2 little paintings because while I was painting the first one, the cards got full and I couldn't bother to empty that out. So I finished painting by myself on my own without recording. So the next day I had to make another little painting, and I recorded the process till the end, like almost completely. I didn't record me making a sketch, but overall I made some sketches and then I inked them with some acrylic inks and a nib. That's it. So that everything is waterproof and I can paint over the lines. In the future I will test this paper more and make more realistic studies on it to see how it takes more layers, because sometimes some paper are more fragile and I want to see if this paper is fragile or it can hold out of layers as well. But for this sort of illustration, the paper was perfect. It didn't even have to tape it down because paper so small doesn't work much, so I'm fine with that. About the paint, as you can see, the colors are pretty intense. They perform pretty well with these kind of things. They do feel like soda grade paints, and I don't know if this is a feeling that a person who never used artist grade paints can feel. I definitely feel the difference. Because they feel different from what I'm used to, but on the performance you can't really tell, probably. And I will make more studies with this paint to test them more, and I will let you know what I think about it. I will post more paintings with this paper and this paint on Instagram probably, so if you're interested, you can follow me there to see more. And now I don't know what else to say. I'll leave you to the rest of the video, and as a reminder, all the links to all the things I used in this video are in the description below. As usual, if you have questions, don't hesitate and leave them in the comments section and I will reply to you. I'm doing a lot of reviews lately. I hope you don't mind them. I really don't want this channel to be a review channel, but I hope that my reviews can be helpful. I hope you can find the review that you were looking for among the ones that I've made. Unfortunately, I can't do reviews on request though, because I'm not rich, Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are right till the end, thank you even more. And see you next time. Bye bye guys.